Oregon Department of Forestry says recent rains have helped salmon in our region.
The department says it has been watching local Coho salmon closely. News 10's Aaron Nilsson spoke with fishing guides and experts about the current salmon situation.
Low water levels and drought are affecting fish in local rivers and streams. Pete Samarin with O.D.F.W says less people have gone out fishing because of the lower water levels. Samarin also says he assumes the Coho salmon got through the waterfalls and migrated with this last rain.
They do not like to migrate when the water levels are low. They'll sit and wait until the water levels come up. You know, as far as we can tell, this could be one of the latest spawning dates ever for Coho in this region.
Samarin says the Oregon State Police Wildlife Division checked on some salmon waiting for the water to rise to make sure they were not being harassed. The salmon need to spawn, which Samarin says the peak for their spawning in this region is typically in December.
Just based on what I've seen, it appears as though we have a fairly sizable number of Coho returning this year.
drought has been a Southern Oregon fishing guide over 35 years in Oregon, Nevada, and Washington. He says he prefers steelhead and other fish to Coho salmon.
They don't really bite very well when they get up in the river, and they're just very inconsistent.
Grieve says the number of fish every year constantly go up and down and is accustomed to the inconsistency in the numbers.
One year there's a whole bunch. We might run big numbers for 4 or 5 years, and then they'll just like nothing for a few years.
Grieve says he has been through several droughts and notices some years having lower numbers of fish than others. But despite the low numbers, Grieve says the offspring of the fish is what affects the total number of fish in our lakes and streams.
It's the number of babies that survive off of that.
Other fishing guides say the drought is affecting local rivers, but even though the number of guided trips has gone down, it is still too early to predict fish totals this year. Covering your news, Aaron Nilsson, News 10.
Grieve says when he started in 1970, guides would have 10 boats go out in one day, but now it's down to about 2 boats per day.